My dearest love, I have something incredibly important to confess to you today. Something that I have been holding within my heart for quite some time now. Though the words may seem daunting at first, I promise you they come from a place of the deepest devotion and longing. It has been my greatest wish to preserve our bond, to cherish what we share, and to reveal my innermost thoughts to you with both honesty and vulnerability. You are my anchor, my confidant, my companion, and the one person who truly understands me in ways that no one else can. I know that whatever I share with you will be received with the warmth, openness, and empathy that define the love we've built together. My darling, I must tell you that our relationship, as we currently know it, is soon going to come to an end. Yet, please don't let your imagination run to the darkest corners of possibility. This is not the kind of ending that either of us would typically fear. It's not a closure of our story, not a dissolution of what we have, but rather a profound transformation that will take everything we've known so far and elevate it to a level we never dreamed possible. This ending is more akin to a rebirth, a moment of transcendence. We stand on the threshold of one chapter concluding and another beginning, bright and full of promise. I am here now to explain all of this in detail, so you can truly grasp the magnitude of what I've been thinking, feeling, and planning in the quiet corners of my heart. I want you to have absolute clarity because I deeply value your trust, and I would never want any misunderstanding to cloud this pivotal moment. I ask, my love, that you offer me a few moments, these precious 5 minutes of your undivided attention, just as you have always given me your time and care. With these next words, I will draw back the curtain on my heart and let you see fully into the future as I envision it. This future is something that I believe will unite us in a way beyond any dream we've ever spoken about, beyond every whisper of desire we have shared at twilight, and beyond every promise of belonging we have exchanged in the dead of night. Please, listen to me with the same openness you have graced me with since the very beginning, that open heart, that gentle willingness to truly see me. I promise you, this ending is not something to be afraid of. It is a prelude to something infinitely more beautiful than either of us could have anticipated. No one would have expected this moment to arise precisely now. In fact, I'd wager that those close to us, who have witnessed our smiles and laughter, and sometimes tears, might be entirely surprised by this revelation. Yet there comes a point in every romance when one must step beyond the comfort of what is familiar to embrace the greater unknown, especially if that unknown glimmers with the promise of lasting happiness, growth, and unity. My love, you have shown me time and again that you are both courageous and compassionate. That is why I feel utterly safe in revealing the truth of my heart. So let me say it plainly. Our relationship, as we have lived it day in and day out, will soon end because I want to spend the rest of my life with you as your spouse. Yes, my darling, I am speaking of marriage. I want to embark on a grand, life-changing adventure with you by my side, not as simply lovers, not just as partners or companions, but as husband and wife. I want us to define the next chapter of our lives under a shared name, a shared dream, and a shared promise. This idea has been growing inside me for so long, and at times I was uncertain how to speak it aloud because its beauty seemed too immense, too radiant to condense into words. Yet now I realize that words, when fueled by genuine emotion, can convey even the most profound truths. I've been thinking about everything we've experienced in our time together. Every ordinary day turned extraordinary simply by your presence. Every late night conversation that unveiled our deepest insecurities and unbridled hopes. Every challenge we've overcome together. And every victory we have celebrated hand in hand. Through all of this, you have become an essential part of my world, truly of my very being. It is impossible to imagine waking up in the morning without seeing your smile, or drifting off to sleep without hearing the soft rhythm of your breathing. You have brought into my life a sense of wholeness and purpose that I never even knew was missing. The ending I speak of is an ending to what we were, simply so we can begin anew as something far greater than we've ever been. And so, I stand before you, figuratively on bended knee within this letter, asking for your hand, asking that we merge our lives irrevocably, forging a bond that stands above shifting sands and fleeting time. It is a step I do not take lightly. In fact, it is the most significant resolution I have ever made. The idea of marriage isn't just a societal tradition or a piece of paper. It's the tangible symbol of our unbreakable commitment to each other. I want you to know that for me, this is not merely about romance or passion, though we have those in abundance, but also about respect, unity, trust, and an unshakable desire to face life's uncertainties as a team. Please, my darling, I ask once more for just a couple more minutes of your time to delve into the reasons why this choice is both necessary and beautiful. By doing so, you will come to see why I've become so convinced of its truth and its urgency. All those who cross our paths, those who have witnessed our shared joys and tears, might wonder at this decision. Yet I want them, and you, to fully understand that it has sprung from a well of love that runs deeper and stronger than I ever imagined possible. First and foremost, you have taught me the power of unwavering support. Before I met you, there were moments when I felt so alone in this vast world, convinced that no one could truly understand my troubles or my triumphs. Then you arrived, shining with empathy, kindness, and an uncommon willingness to shoulder my burdens. You listened, truly listened, to my stories. You opened your heart and allowed my pain to slip into the sanctuary of your embrace, where it was softened by the warmth of your compassion. Over time, you have become the one person who can bring me solace simply with a look or a word. I want to preserve that magic and make it a permanent fixture in our lives. I believe marriage is the next step to sealing that eternal companionship, allowing us to stand together forever, offering that reassurance and support day after day. Second, we complement each other's strengths and weaknesses. There are parts of me that are chaotic and scattered, and you bring harmony to them with just a touch. There are areas in which you feel uncertain or vulnerable, and I find myself filled with a kind of fierce protectiveness. I long to shield you, guide you, and lift you up in every way. We've seen how we balance each other out, how we've evolved into better, kinder, more self-aware individuals because of what we each bring to the table. Marriage is the tapestry upon which these threads of connection can be woven into the most glorious design. When I envision our future, building a family, creating a home, writing our shared story, I see each of these threads glimmering, representing the interplay of your light and mine, forming something truly timeless. Third, we have weathered storms that once seemed insurmountable. My love, if there is one absolute truth that has crystallized from our shared struggles, it is that our bond grows stronger in adversity. Each miscommunication we resolved, each disappointment we navigated, each heartbreak that threatened to crack us, ended up forging an even tougher, more unbreakable bond between us. I treasure the tears we have shed together because they stand as proof that we were never afraid to be fully human with each other. Now, I wish to take those experiences, the best and the worst, and say, I do, promising to continue making that journey with you, no matter what challenges loom on the horizon. The path may not always be easy, but our ability to rise together gives me unshakable confidence that we are ready for this. Fourth, you are my best friend. Yes, this is about love in the romantic sense, but it is also so much more. I want to spend life's ordinary moments, life's quiet hours, and even those mundane daily routines, standing shoulder to shoulder with you, planning groceries, cleaning the house, watching our favorite shows, and just being together in comfortable silence. Marrying you means blending everything that's extraordinary with what's beautifully routine. I yearn for the simplicity of Sunday mornings, stretched out with coffee and newspapers, relishing the hush of dawn while we linger in each other's arms. I want the closeness that comes from arguing over which color to paint the living room, deciding how to rearrange the furniture, giggling over inside jokes that no one else can understand, and supporting each other through all that ordinary life throws our way. Lastly, and this is something that resonates in every corner of my heart, I have never been so certain of anything in my entire life. You have become my truth, my axis, the keeper of my secrets and my dreams. The deepest parts of who I am are mirrored in your eyes, and I feel a sense of coming home every time your arms find their way around me. Each morning, the sun's first rays find me grateful for you. Each evening, as the moon rises, I drift to sleep confident that your presence will be there with me when the first light of day returns. Marriage is the vow to maintain this cycle of love and gratitude forever. It is the covenant that says we will continue walking together, laughing together, crying together, and rejoicing in life's beauties together. That, my dear, is why I call this an end. It is the end of how things used to be, defined by the newness of discovery and the gentle footfalls of exploration. It's the end of existing as separate individuals who just happen to share love and dreams. Rather, after we unite as spouses, we become a single unit. We remain the people we have always been, but now fused under a new, shining identity. Mine and yours become ours, and every step forward is taken hand in hand with the unspoken understanding that we are joined together more deeply than ever.